Hello, Eric Miskell with EMS Now. I'm on the show floor at IPC Apex 2025, lovely Anaheim, California. I should give a shout out at the Creative Electron booth, was kind enough to allow us to do these in their booth today, so thank you to Creative Electron. Today I'm with Emilio Garza. He's a Senior Automation Manager with IDENTCO.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Eric.
No, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. We haven't met before, so why don't you just give a brief introduction of yourself and tell people who IDENTCO is.
Okay. Well, my name is Emilio Garza. I am the Senior Automation Manager for IDENTCO. I am also in charge of application engineering inside IDENTCO. IDENTCO has been a major player in the electronics and the labeling industry for more than 40 years now.
Wow.
So we have been working in the electronics environment since early, the boom of the Silicon Valley.
Wow, okay.
So we have a lot of knowledge, we have a lot of understanding on how the chemistries, the different type of environments the labels need to endure in order to proficiently track and trace your products, right?
Okay.
So we recently started promoting other type of solutions such as RFID, and we have a couple of sister companies that move into in different industries, right? So chemical management and EHS, that kind of things.
Okay.
So yeah. Basically.
And it's not just the traditional paper labeling that you think about. You said, it's the RFID now as well.
It's RFID, and as I was mentioning, IDENTCO is not only focused on the standard labels or what you understand by labels, but it is mostly on the durable environments, right? So anything that needs to survive on a product for its entire life, we are prepared to offer a solution for that. Right?
And it is auto-applied too, which is
can
important.
be auto-applied, yes. Specifically talking about the electronics industry, we do have several options available to automate the labeling process in a PCB board, right?
Okay.
So we talk about what we call the IDENTCO presenter systems. Those are basically feeders for labels. So you use your label as another electronic component. You can place it at the pick and place location. Or if it all depends on what the customer wants to achieve, right? So if the customer wants to place the label at the beginning of the line, there are options to do that automatically instead of doing it manually, right? So it all depends what the customer wants. The main benefit of that is doing it, first of all, consistently. So you have that factor in, and you also have the quality of not having a human interfering with the adhesive side of the label, especially in harsh environments, right? So when you factor in that some of the customers are washing the PCBs during their process, having a contaminated adhesive can lead to failures down the road, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes it. And you were saying you can start at the SMT, but with a lot of automation happening even in the warehouses.
Even in the warehouse, or after when, for example, the customer is building the box assembly, right? So we have labels for all of them. And as I told you, it all depends on what the label needs to withstand.
Right.
So if the label is going to be exposed, for example, with a customer in the automotive market, and the label needs to be placed somewhere inside of the engine compartment, they are essentially enduring different conditions compared to what a label needs to endure in for example, somewhere inside of an electrical enclosure, let's say, right? So those are under the interior conditions compared to high temperatures, exposure to chemistries, that kind of things.
So how does that work? You engage with the customer to see, because it's really customer driven.
It is customer driven, it is solution driven, and we need to have a really good understanding on what the customer is expecting from the label, right? And what the product is going to be doing.
Right.
So if the product if the label is supposed to be on the product for its entire life, it needs to have, let's say, a UL certification or something like that. We need to be to understand perfectly what they are expecting
Yeah, no, that
to
makes
do.
sense. And as far as the data contained within the labeling, they dictate that as well? Or?
They usually do that.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some labels that are driven by industry standards or
I
by
see.
security
Okay.
factors, you know, some other things.
Yeah.
But it's usually what the customer needs
Yeah.
the label to contain.
Yep.
Uh, Specifically talking about PCB, what we usually see is they need the day codes, they need the information regarding the what line
Right.
was used to manufacture that product, that kind of things.
Okay.
So they can have full visibility on when the product was manufactured, by whom, and from which line it came from.
Okay.
Because if they face a situation in the field and they need to replace a bunch of PCBs,
Yep.
because whatever thing happened, right? They can immediately understand where the problem was
Where
originated.
the problem is, and then they can go back to. One of the points I just wanted to follow up with on you too is, that ease of integration. This can be.
This can be really easy,
Yeah.
really easy to integrate.
Yeah.
It depends on the platform the customer is using. So, if we speak about pick and place machines, we do have a solution that can be integrated into different platforms. So, let's say the customer is using a Fuji machine or a Yamaha machine. Most of the feeders that we provide for automating the labeling process, they are just basically plug and play,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So the machine immediately communicates with
Yeah.
the pick and place, so you can treat the label as another component. So you just need to program everything around the designing of the component inside of the project, so the label can be picked up and placed on the PCB.
Yeah.
It all depends on what model the customer is using and what type of machine.
Yeah.
So, but we most likely have a solution for it.
Yeah. And as the senior automation manager, your role is to work to adapt this and make the best solution possible.
Yeah,
for the
it's to
customer.
offer the right equipment for the right application for the to try to speed up the labeling process. You know, if we talk about PCB manufacturing, the component that takes the most time to be applied is usually the one that dictates the rate of your line.
Oh.
So if you're putting the labels by hand, you're essentially slowing your whole process, right?
Right.
So if you do that automatically, the same way you will apply any other component, you're basically avoiding that bottleneck.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to offer to the customers.
Is there an option to do it offline too, though?
You can do that offline. There are some solutions that can basically print and apply the label before passing it through the line, before even mounting it in the stacker.
Okay.
You can do that before. You can do that afterwards.
Okay.
And in many cases, you can do that automatically, right?
Okay.
So,
And again, that's the ease of integration, depending on where
the customer
the
needs it.
customer wants it, how they want to do this,
Yeah.
and then you're just able to adapt it seamlessly.
That's right.
Say the RFID was kind of the new piece.
RFID is kind of a new thing for us. We're playing in certain markets offering that solution. We just recently partnered or acquired another company. It's called Trepnik. Trepnik is offering solutions for the industry, and we're welcoming them, and it has been great so far. So
Excellent. Okay.
we hope to see a ramp up in that.
Yeah, no, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Emilio, thank you for taking time coming to explain the full suite. I think that was excellent. That's a great description of it.
Thank you.
I wish you continued success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.